All right. So I'm going to be guiding you through grounding meditation, meditation practice that I feel is really important at any time to do. And you can practice it in the morning when you wake up. You can practice it in the evening before you go to bed. You can practice it throughout your day. And if you have 1 minute, if you have 5 minutes, if you have 10 minutes, any amount of time to do this practice will help you kind of realign and recenter into your body. And it will also help you bring in more love and more grace into your being so that you can meet the world and you can meet yourself with more love and more grace. And then that will help you bring about a higher vibration of love that will ripple out into the world around you. So I'm going to begin by having you just feel yourself inside yourself. You can close your eyes and feel your body. Just notice your body, feel your body. And you'll find that as you do this, the breath naturally comes. And if you need to let out some sighs, that's good. If you've been having a particularly rough morning or any part of your day, and you're feeling some energy in you that needs to be released, then this is a good time to do that. And just shake out anything that you need to shake out. You need to do that. And then what I'd like for you to do is I'm going to invite you to notice the breath. And without trying to force it or have it be a certain way, just let your body be breathed by the breath. So what I mean by that is when you inhale, just feel the sense of your body letting in that breath and being in communion with the breath. Notice where the changes are when you breathe in, when you inhale. Where does your body like to move? And without trying to change it, just notice if there's any tension, any place where the breath doesn't want to go. Now I'd like for you to bring your focus down to your pelvic bowl, down at, kind of imagine you're sitting in a bowl, your pelvis is a bowl, and this is where I would like for you to center your awareness and your attention while you're breathing. And when you breathe in, let there be a slight release in the pelvic bowl. And when you breathe out, let there be another release. So there's this deep relaxation down, down, below the belly. And you might feel energy moving there. You might feel some of your breath even expanding down into your thighs. At the same time, by doing this, you're feeling a natural grounding that happens at the root. Because you're not focusing on your lungs or your belly, you're focusing on the lower part of your body. And when you're breathing into the lower part of your body, it is naturally grounding. And when you breathe in, imagine the breath carrying with it the frequency of love, of unconditional love that you feel for yourself. And when you breathe out, imagine that love going back out into the world. And don't try to focus on any particular person, any particular thing right now. Just focus on the breath, and the breath holding the frequency of unconditional love. So that when you breathe in, you can imagine that love going down through the throat, through the heart, through the belly. And then at the same time, it expands down into your legs. And love goes down through the knees. Any grief you might be holding there. That love goes down, down the calves, through the ankles. Any part of that might want to feel some love right now, down through the feet. And then just imagine that love that you're inhaling, that you're inspiring. Inspire means to bring in spirit. Imagine that love, sending it all the way down to the earth, to the core of the earth. And here's where you might start to feel some grace, some gratitude, some appreciation for the earth, for this amazing earth that brings us so much in our life. It nourishes us, it feeds us. And I've already spoken about bringing in love to all the parts of you. And just imagine all the other places that I haven't talked about. Inhale love, and love to your shoulders, love to your arms. Send love to your hands, hardworking hands that cook and clean and garden, maybe. Send love to your neck, to your face, your head, your ears, all parts of you that need that love. And that love is coming from you, from your higher self, from your connection to source. So you are giving yourself that love just by breathing. So now imagine that you can just take a look at one area in your mind's eye. Take a look at one area in your body that needs a little bit more love right now, needs some opening and some letting go as well. Maybe an area where you're holding some tension, consciously or unconsciously. Probably easier for this exercise to do it consciously, to know consciously where that is. So imagine one individual cell from that area and kind of take it out, look at it. There's that cell. And now imagine the frequency, vibration of love entering into that cell completely, entering into the whole of that cell, every single organelle, mitochondria. My biology background's kind of coming out. Sorry if you don't know all the words to this, to different parts of the cell. It doesn't really matter. All the parts of the cell, down to the DNA. And this is where it gets really good, because you have the power to change your DNA just by changing the frequency. So now as you breathe in, you're looking at that cell and you're imagining that cell. And imagine the DNA spirals within that cell being infused with your own love. And you can do this because you are in a grounded place. And you are receiving support from below, from the earth, and from above. Do you feel it? I'll just do this for a minute or two. I'm just going to share what I see. I see little sparks, little sparkles of rainbow light, rainbow there's a certain effect you can add to your Facebook stories if you do that, like this sparkly rainbow stuff. I see it sparkling. I see the spiral, the DNA spiral, and I see these little sparks. It's sparking. And we have the capacity within us to change our DNA. We have the capacity to change the way that it is expressed in our bodies. Is what DNA does is it makes proteins. And proteins then set off reactions in our body to do certain things. So our DNA is continually being expressed in different ways depending on our environment. So if we can create our own environment, then it will change in ways that we want to change it. So if you haven't already, if you have that cell out, put it back in your body. And imagine a chain reaction happening where that cell starts to communicate with all the other cells around it. And it's telling all the other cells that this is some new information. There's this new frequency that I'd like to share with you all. And that just let that happen. Just kind of take a few more breaths and just feel that happening. This grounding in grace is really also a grounding in unconditional love. Even though we've been focusing on the pelvic bowl being the center of our awareness, what I'd like to do now is for you to bring it up to your heart. And feel the energy and feel when you breathe in, feel it go down to the pelvic bowl, back up to the heart on the exhale. Feel this connection between the two, between the pelvis, between the root and the heart. And feel energy moving up. And all the while doing this, you're breathing in the frequency of love through the throat, through the third eye. To the crown chakra. And then open that love up to the cosmos and let the love that is there in the heavenly realm to come down and meet your love. And there's a space above the crown chakra that I don't know much about. I'm still learning, but the 8th chakra. Imagine the love up there above the crown, about a foot above the head. Imagine it circling there. Kind of like even in a spiral, like the Milky Way galaxy, just the love circling above in that point above your head. Or like a cloud, even like a rain cloud. It's just there, but not in a bad way, like not like in a depressing rain cloud way. And then the love from the heavens, the love from you that you've created, and let it circulate in your own body. Just have that come down. Come down over your whole being. And let yourself be infused with that. And then let it come down all the way to your feet, and then imagine it continuing down to the core of the earth. So once you've done that, just feel how you feel. And take notice of maybe how you felt before you began this practice. And feel what you can do with this new energy that you created. And what kind of relationships or interactions with other people can you have now that you've created this change in your frequency and having this love penetrate you and protect you, that is both self-generating and from the cosmos. Okay. So I just want to share one last thing, and that is we as humans, part of being human is being this middle, we're right in the middle between heaven and earth. So we're right there, walking upright. We can have the capacity to be connected to both the physical material plane and the heavenly realm above. And what makes human beings so magical is this capacity to choose where they want to be in that, in those two seemingly opposing places. We as humans are both light and dark. We are both dense. We carry within us density, but we can also carry within us levity. And the unconditional love that we can bring in to us, that is all around us all the time. We just need to connect with it, can help us anchor into where we truly need to be in the world in the world as it is, in the world of opposites, in the world of chaos and division, by bringing that unconditional love within into ourselves, connecting with the love outside of ourselves, that helps a great deal with everyday challenges, whether that be strangers or people that are very close to us. And it's also a good way to practically practice boundaries in a loving way. And it doesn't require putting up a wall or a barrier around us, because we're already vibrating out this frequency of love, and we're breathing in our own love. We are sending that to the earth. We are sending that outward to the heavens. And then it's being sent to everyone around us, whether they like it or not, I guess. So with that, I send you, I hope you enjoyed this, and I would love to know what you think. And I would also love to invite you to, I would love to ask you if you do this once a day, any time of the day, and see what shifts. Just make notice of what shifts.